It's dark in here. Hi, crafty crafters. Excuse the mess. It is a horrible mess. But I've been experimenting with all of the stamps and all of these colors, and I could probably actually put some of this away. It looks worse on camera than it is in person. So I will put some of this up so that it is not so messy. So messy. Well, hi there. I kind of had a feeling you might be up. I thought, well, here I am again. I slept all day. The fireworks woke me up around, 9:30 or 10 o'clock. And I'm glad you're here. I wanted to ask you about my idea. I had this idea and I thought I would make it a surprise, but then I kind of thought I can't really make it a surprise if I want everybody to kind of do it. So, am I buffering? I think I'm okay. I don't know. I saw this little Microsoft circle spinning for a second, so good. I don't know what it's doing. I have an old laptop, so who knows? The other day it just shut down for no reason, and I said, "Oh, great, there we go." And then I realized it came unplugged. So, so I was playing with my plugs, trying to rearrange things so I didn't trip when I walked back here. Anyway, so I had this idea, and I wanted to make it a surprise, and so I thought, "Oh, I'll do this," but then I realized that I don't know. It's hard to make. Maybe I'll just tell you what you think. And since we're the only ones in here, then start a new live and delete this one so nobody else sees it. I could do that since it's just me and you right now. But, oh no, it says there's two people. Oh, does that count? Do I count as one? Maybe. You see, I'm not real educated on this, am I? I just started doing it. All right, so my idea. Let me show you what my idea is. I don't have the tea bags with me. You know, we went on this diet, right? Well, hi, Leela Landry's here. Hi, I'm a big fan of yours. You're not on the what? I don't know. Hang on, let me move this window. I can't see the chat without my glasses. I guess I'm not right. Well, you know what, Leela, I work nights. I'm a night shift nurse, so I come on here a lot at night. And Denise is a night owl. So a lot of times when I come on at night, I see Denise. But I slept all day. I had errands to run. I worked all these days in a row. It's crazy. I had errands to run. It was payday since, today was the holiday. They went ahead and paid us today. So I went to the bank. I did all my stuff. And I came home and went to bed late and slept like a baby. I slept so good, but then I woke up around 9:30 or 10 when the fireworks started, and I got up and I went online to do my click list stuff. We have our grocery store here, Kroger, has that where you can just buy everything online and pick it up the next day, and I love that. Oh, I love it so much. Because then I don't go in the store and impulse buy a bunch of random things. I can look at the coupons and plan out my menu, and I actually saved money doing it, which I'm pretty happy about, and we don't end up with a bunch of junk food. So, but I had this really cool idea, and I thought that I saw it. I can't remember. I'm going to do a video. Yeah, Walmart does it too, but we don't eat a lot of the Walmart food. Our Walmart here is kind of limited as far as like their organics and stuff. And when I do buy, sometimes I do buy like their fruits and vegetables and things, but the brands I use are really limited to like Fresh Thyme and Earth Fare, and they don't have that. I have to actually go in there. So this morning I actually ran to get what we needed specific. And then at Kroger, they have some more because we started cutting out like GMOs and all these things. We don't use a lot of processed oils, and we're on this diet, and it's so inconvenient to be on a specific diet, but I feel incredible. I am so surprised at that I'm just losing weight without exercise, and how quickly it's going. And my mental clarity is better. I have more energy. It's really, yeah, it is amazing because I'm mid 50s, I'm menopausal, I'm to the point in my life where, that cycle every month. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but every month I have some sort of kind of hot, flashy feeling, and I'm tired for a few days, but I'm at that age where they say it's a lot harder to lose weight. So I'm really surprised at how easy this was. But what we started doing, we looked into paleo diet just because my boyfriend's like, I want this. That you can have butter, you can have grass-fed beef, I want steak, you can have this, you can have that. So he liked trying the paleo diet. He was completely cool with just having like, a salad and steak and some broccoli for dinner. And he liked the idea that we could have different cheeses. There's argument that, some paleo does milk and some doesn't. We phased milk out a long time ago because of the RBGH and the cancer risk. 3 of my mom's sisters have had breast cancer, and so we don't do milk. I haven't done. No one in my family does milk. I know most people just, especially in healthcare, don't drink milk because, for all the problems. But so we phased out milk a long time ago, but we still wanted cheese. Hot flashes are awful. You know what? I'm 50. How old am I? I have to think now. I am 51 and I'm 52. I'm sorry. I turned 52 2 months ago. Geez, that's terrible. I don't know how old I am. No, I'm 51. I'm sorry. God, see my brain. Just when I say, oh, my mental clarity is better. I did paleo without cheese. You did. I know there's argument, like some people say that it includes dairy and this, and some people say no. What we did was more of like a keto diet, the keto paleo, but initially when we started it, we just did this cleanse, and it was just getting rid of processed foods and processed oils and all these things, and we were going to just do that 21-day cleanse. And there's so much misinformation on the internet, and we watched videos that people said, oh yeah, this is included, and then other people said no, that's not included. So it was kind of hard to really get what I felt was like accurate information. But what I did do, we did decide if there was some debate about it, we would just phase it out for those 21 days. And 21 days is actually quite easy to accomplish. The problem is the rest of my life. So we were able to do, like, we phased out beans because there's an argument about beans and legumes. So we just didn't eat them for that 21 days. But we did have to kind of do further investigation to see, were we going to include beans or were we not? But in 21 days, I lost 15 pounds. He lost over 20. So, and I felt great. We both agreed we slept better. It was amazing. Well, and I took the spirulina. I love the blue green algae. Anytime I feel yucky, I take it. You know what? It wasn't hard for the 21 days. What was hard, because we said, and this was a couple of years ago when we tried this, we said we really want to, I said, I want to feel better. We had been tired. My boyfriend had gained weight. They put him on a couple blood pressure meds. Things were not good. His health was not good. He was having sleep apnea because he gained weight. And it was kind of at that time a necessity. So it was a lot easier for me to do it because we lived together and we were going to eat the same thing. So if I was cooking and I organized it and bought the stuff for it, then it was easy for me because I wanted him desperately, him to do it to lose a little weight. What we found out though was it was kind of miraculous what happened and how good we felt. After that, we tried to implement some of that into our everyday life. But I am a bread eater. I like pasta. I like rice. I like those things. Slowly, over the next couple of years, we both gained that weight back, but it took a long time. But my problem is Christmas. I know some people go out, right? Some people go out all out and they decorate their whole house and they put matching wrapping paper and theme trees and they just do the most beautiful things. And me, I put up a tree and a wreath and a few things out in the house, and that's about it. I don't like it's the same stuff every year. I put a few lights in the front, but me, I bake cookies and more cookies. And I tend to do a lot of holiday cooking, and most of that is sweets and treats. And so I think my downfall really is in the fact that I like a lot of the sweets and the cookies, and especially at the holidays. So it did take us a couple of years to gain the weight back. And what happened then is, again, we felt bad. Again, his blood pressure crept up. Again, all of these things started to happen. So we said, how can we do this again? How can we take the information that we learned from the 21-day cleanse? Because for a while we kept the weight off. And he did end up losing a lot, like 30 pounds, which was made a significant difference in his blood pressure. In fact, he got down to one blood pressure med. That was it. After and before that, they had him on like 5 different meds. We couldn't get it under control. They had him on a diuretic. Oh, it was a mess. Anyway, so we decided, how do we implement that into our lifestyle? And like you said, Leela, that's hard. Like, it's hard to live it every day. So we started to phase stuff out one thing at a time and found other things to replace those items. And it probably took me a year to cut the sugar down out of my tea. And I still do not go completely without sugar. I put less than a third of a cup in a great big 2-gallon container. So, and it seems like you can't even taste it. Most people that come over say, this isn't sweetened tea. And I say, yeah, it's got a tiny bit of sugar. And they're like, I thought you drank sweet tea. To me, it's sweet because it's taken me so much time to phase out. But I used to put 2 cups in that same size container. That's a huge amount. That's a huge difference. But right. I don't know. I don't know why I can't seem to phase that little bit out. But I am almost down to a fourth of a cup, and it's just a little bit heaping. So I think once I can get it below that, and I try to make a little bit of a change each time, and I think I can phase it out pretty soon and just not even drink sweet tea. But this leads me to my project today. In doing a lot of research, and let me tell you, I have bought every fake meat on the market, and most of them are so nasty. Oh my gosh, right? So I bought Tofurkey. That's tofu turkey. Is the nastiest meat. It's the most horrible stuff. But I have found a few delicious things that I am anxious to share. And one of them, in fact, hang on, I'm going to go grab the packets. I'm going to grab them so you can see the box. I'm going to be right back. I got to run in the kitchen. I just went to Target. Thanks much. All right. The only place I can find these is at Target. I already opened one this morning. But I just tore the half the box up. Okay, so, oh, you know what? Let me grab that out of the trash and put that back on. Oh, we don't need it, really. Well, let me see. Yeah, I guess, yeah, there's not really anything on the front of the box, just a little orange rind there. But these are Tazo teas, and I really like sweet tea, but I also wanted something that was caffeine free. And what I found are these two flavors. These are amazing. And I tried, they have probably 20 flavors, but these taste almost sweet because of the spice blends in them. This is wild sweet orange. And I'll tell you what it contains. It contains, where's my glasses? Gee, this is terrible. It contains orange peel, lemongrass, citrus herbs, and licorice root. I don't like licorice in particular, and you can barely even tell it, but it adds like a little tanginess almost to it. And so I did not try this wild sweet orange because it said it had licorice in it. And I was like, that sounds kind of gross to me. Well, I know. That's what I said. Leela, I said that. And 2 or 3 times when I was picking out teas, people came up and grabbed these and said, and I'm like, can you taste the licorice in that? And they would say, oh, there's licorice in that? I didn't even know. They're like, no. But this girl told me at Target, probably about a year ago, she came and grabbed like 3 boxes. And I was like, that must be really good tea. And she was like, you know what? I had to quit drinking coffee because I have a heart defect and I can't have caffeine. This stuff is amazing. And I was like, okay. So I grabbed a box and it was on sale. I do think it's in birch beer. I think it's in root. I think there's sometimes in root beer too, but it does taste, I don't know. I can't really even taste the licorice. My boyfriend says he could pick out a tiny bit of licorice. I could not. I can't even taste the licorice. But this one is sweet cinnamon spice, and this one has star anise. Again, I do not like anise. I don't like anything with anise in it. I don't like anise cookies. So again, I never tried this one. So this one also has orange peel, Indian sarsaparilla, chicory root, rooibos, which I think is kind of like a stevia plant extract, almond extract. So it has several things other than what it lists on here. But this Tazo tea, amazing stuff, right? It is one of my favorite treats, especially sweet treats. And so when you phase out sugar for a while and you go back to eat something sweet, it tastes horrible. And I'm really surprised because I went to eat one of those little mini candy bars, like mini Snickers, and it grossed me out. And I used to love candy bars. I used to love, stuff like that. But it doesn't taste right once you kind of detox off all that sugar. Things taste so super syrupy. Even a Coke. I had a Coke the other day, a real sugar Pepsi. I was really craving it. I bought some of those little cans of real sugar Pepsi, and it just almost tasted thick, like pancake syrup. It was so super sweet. I had put a bunch of ice in it and let it, thick. It tasted thick? I know thick is a texture, but I don't know. Not thick on my tongue, not the texture, but I know. I know how that sounds. But I love these teas, you guys. They're on sale. You get 20 bags, and it's $3.29 at Target. I don't know if everybody has Target. I know they're a national company. I figure everybody has a Target somewhere. But just because everybody's doing dollar spot hauls, right? But I love these teas. So I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a tea party. And I thought I had this idea. So I have 5 people's addresses here on YouTube. Horse Lisa, Made New to Create. And And I've got a box that I'm getting ready to send her because she was going on a no spend. And I was going to send her a box because I thought she would be going through like withdrawal. And I thought if I sent her some stuff, sent her a box, then she wouldn't, it would be kind of like doing a haul because she's always doing her little hauls and stuff. A Mad Scrapper tea party. Oh my God, can I steal that? That's such a cute name. Yeah, withdrawals. Exactly. I thought she'd be in hall withdrawals. Hall withdrawals. Does that sound? That sounds like it. Sounds like I'm country when I say that. Hall withdrawals. So I decided, I saw this video and it's really cute. And I'll tell you guys who it's by. And so she did what she called tea packets, and she made these. And she basically put a little ribbon on them, and you open them up, but you tuck your little tea bags down inside there. And so I had used my punch and my some stamps, and I have this teacup and this teacup and this teapot. But then I had some words too. I grabbed blessed and grateful, and I didn't get my silicone stamps out. I just had, because I've got that basket with the wood ones that I can just grab out of the top. I got thankful. But I thought what it would be fun, I thought what we could do is we could all have a tea party because we're all so far apart. And you shopped a lot of Alice today. You should have it. You should have the Mad Scrapper tea party. We could do it in your honor, Denise. But I thought that this would be adorable if I mailed everybody a tea bag. We could all get a cup of hot water. We could all take our choice of tea. And and we could have like a tea party when Lisa gets her box. So, or maybe I know she can't do lives yet. I don't know if she's got a webcam yet, but I could always go live and put Lisa on speaker if she wants to call me when she opens the box, or we could even like set up a time so everybody knows, once I know what the delivery date would be on the box, then I could have her just wait to open it, which might be like torture too. But I want to mail all these little tea bags out to everybody. And so, Leela, you should send me your address and I'll send you a tea bag so that you'll have some tea when we do our tea party. And my email address is nightnursedana@gmail.com. And it's all just lowercase. But, hi, Trash Bag Fashion Lover. That's a cute name. Am I doing memory decks? Do you see it laying here? I did start to make a memory decks. You know what? It's in my pie pan. I have a little pie pan of when I'm doing a small project of things that I put in this little pie pan to keep them together, and then I can stack them. Can I repeat my email address? It's nightnursedana@gmail.com. Let's see if I can type. Can I type on here? Yeah. Let me see. Let me reach up. Sorry, my computer's all the way over here. Nightnursedana. There. That's nightnursedana@gmail.com. And if you send me your address, you can I have your address, Denise, because I got to send you your box tomorrow too, because you won bingo. But I have Lisa, I have you, I have Danielle from sending her a box. I have Mary Beth Gray because she won bingo one time. And I have Pink Crafty World because she won bingo. So I got to let everybody know. And we got to pick a. Yes, Leela, I had bingo every Friday in June. You did miss it, but I'm still going to have it. I'm just not going to have it every Friday because that was a lot. And Thursday is always my day off. But I was having a hard time because on Thursday I picked the winner. If I'm going to go to the post office on Friday because I'm off and I'm awake, um, then that doesn't really give me much time to do stuff. So unfortunately, everybody's box is delayed by at least a week because I want to make them something specific. You get that you would win 3 prizes of their choice, and then I pick 3 prizes to put in. And then in every box, I made somebody something. So, okay. Anyway, so I think the tea party idea will be super cute. I originally, the measurements to make the first one I showed you, this one is a little small, so I made them a little bit wider. It's super easy. That's why I bought this paper with all the little teacups on it, because you have to have double-sided paper. But here's how you make them. They're real super easy. You take your paper and you cut it at 9 3/4, and then you cut every 4 inches, so you end up with, or yeah, every 4 inches. So you end up with 3 strips, 3 inches tall and 9 3/4 inches long. Then you score it in from this side and you score it in from this side, both at 3 1/4 inches, which you end up with, you know, this part is actually straight. And then you just I took these pattern scissors. They say Sue because that's my mom and she gave these to me. Anyway, then you just cut the corner off and fold it over. So I'm on the wrong side of the paper here, but so when you fold it up, that's why you need the double-sided paper. So when you fold it up, you can see the front and the back, and I needed a cute paper, so that's why I bought all this. Plus, they'd all be matchy-matchy, but I could make them a little bit different. Well, I started putting teacups on them in this shade of green, which matched this saucer, but then I'm not too fond of it. I didn't like it that much, so now I decided to get a new piece of paper out, and I've got this Tiger Lily embossing paste, and I buy random colors of embossing paste now and then. But I got my Versamark out and decided I think I'm going to do some embossed teacups. I thought that would look really pretty. So now I'm starting over because I want them to be really super cute. Yeah, I'll make you a Memorydex card. You can be my first Memorydex. I started one for Danielle, and that's the one I'm working on. But you know what? I think I'm gonna have to start it over again because I didn't realize the paper I was working with is kind of flimsy, and I thought if I doubled it up, it would be, adequate. But I think for a Memorydex card, it has to be something a lot stiffer. So I kind of set that project aside because I think I'm gonna have to cut out a new card. So, unfortunately, because I'd already started, hi, hey, lady, I was just talking about you. Um, I was just saying I had your address. I'm going to send you one of the. I think we should have a tea party. I got an idea when Lisa said she was going on a no spend. I knew that was going to kill her if she couldn't go to Tuesday morning. And I've been throwing stuff in a box every time I do a haul, or if she says, "Oh, I think that's so cute." A couple times she said, "I need some of those in my life." I'd take a couple and throw them in the box because I kept saying I was going to mail her a box. Well, when she said she was going on a no spend in June, I decided that I was going to send her that box so that she would have something to haul and maybe not go through withdrawals. But she didn't. She changed it to July. So that's when I told her, I said, well, I'm going to mail you a box. So then I got the idea to have, because we've been on this diet, and that's a whole other story, but I got the idea to send everybody these tea bags because I found the best tea in the world, and it is so delicious. And I would have never tried it because one says it has licorice in it, and I don't like licorice, and the other one says it has anise in it, and I don't like anise. Both of these are delicious teas. They are amazing, and they're sweet, and they're sugar-free and caffeine-free. And I can have these on my diet, and I'm continuing to lose weight. These are a nice treat when I'm kind of craving a little something different. And so I decided, I found this video where they make these tea bags, and so I started making it. Where's the first one? This one had this ribbon, this pink ribbon tied to it. This was the first one I made, but it'll only fit one tea bag, and I kind of want to send everybody 2 tea bags. So I want to send them one of each so they can pick. So I changed the measurements on how to make it, and that way I can fit 2 tea bags in the pocket, and it'll still be fairly flat, and I can mail it in a regular envelope. I bet. Lisa still went and did a haul this week. Did you see? She put up a video. But I thought we could all have a tea party. And I said, I have 5 people's addresses because I mailed you all that stuff and you won bingo once. And of course, I have Lisa's address because we exchanged Happy Mail. I have Denise because she won bingo. I have Mary Beth because she won bingo. And I have Maria Pink Crafty World because she won bingo. So, and I just told Leela to email me her address. So what we need to do is we need to pick a day when Lisa's going to get her box. And if she doesn't have a webcam yet, I know she's working on that. If she doesn't have a webcam to do a live yet, we could put her on speakerphone and do a live from my house, or maybe she can, like Jenny did, maybe she can use somebody else's account. I can generate a code from here and give it to her if she wants, but I don't know if she'd get as many views because I don't have as many followers and viewers as she does. She has like 300 subscribers now. I think I'm up to 70 or something, but maybe 80. But so she probably wouldn't get as many views if she did it on my channel. So I don't want her to not be seen. But I thought a tea party would be really fun. And if I got everybody's tea out in the mail, I really need to get yours out sooner. Well, that's so cool. Well, there you go. But I need to mail everybody a couple of these tea bags, because when the live starts, all we have to do then is get a cup of hot water and we can all have tea together. And I thought that would be sweet since we're all so far away from each other. So I decided to start stamping some of these teacups and I'm going to emboss them because I was stamping them. I did these in green. And I thought, I don't know if you can see, I did some in green and then I did some in the orange. And I like the orange with the pink a lot better. They both go with the paper. Either one goes with the paper. But I want to really decorate the little, these little, what they call these tea pocket favors, they call them, or tea favor gifts. Anyway, and then I did some stamping inside different ones to see. I love this one. When I count my blessings, I think of you. This one I put a teapot in, but I don't think you can see it as good because of all the little polka dots. So I should have stamped that on paper. But I've been kind of experimenting with that, with the first couple ones I made, to see what it is I like, because I want them to be super cute. And I buy all these crazy colors. You know, Hobby Lobby always has these crazy colors of embossing powder on clearance. And I got this for like $1.50. Normally they're $6. But I tell you what, you don't use odd colors as often, but I still buy them because I really like having all different colors, and they're too expensive. So when I see them on clearance, I buy them up because they last forever. So even if I don't use them for a while, they don't expire. It's not like paint that dries up and stuff, you know. But I thought that would be super fun. And then, get this, Danielle. Denise comes up with the idea, with the name Mad Scrapper Tea Party. Won't that be fun? I think that's such a cute name. I don't know why I didn't think of it first, Denise. Smart. You got a big brain. I'm old. My brain's slow. Isn't that cute? I think that is the cutest tea party name. So I don't know if you put the title in, Danielle, when you generate the code. I don't know if you put the name of the live stream in or if Lisa does it, but I think that's super cute. I think that'll be fun. I maybe could emboss a teapot too. I could even stamp a teapot. Like, you know what? I could probably emboss black. You know what? Well, I don't know. I'd never get. I didn't do this on a platform. I just, because it's a wood stamp, I'd probably never get the Versamark exactly where the teapot is on that one. Or I might emboss it. I think that'll be super fun. My head's not just a hat rack, right? Look, it's way less funny when you can't see, Dana. I'm glad I didn't say that wrong. Jokes are always funnier the first time. This is a new Versamark. I dropped my, this is crazy. I dropped my old Versamark and it was so dirty when I picked it up with lint and stuff because I put a little like carpet out here in the winter because the floor was cold and I never vacuumed. it. I picked up that Versamark and it was covered in glitter and just general grossness. It had tiny pieces of paper and sequins. Well, and you know what? We do have to kind of time it so that everybody, well, because Lisa's like 3 or 4 hours ahead of me. I'm sure she's probably in bed by now too. It's 3 a.m. where I'm at. Leela, are you east or west? Danielle's in Canada, but she's, I think, on the same time as me, or at least within an hour of me. And Denise, what time is it where you're at? Is it like midnight? I don't mind staying up late because I'm a night nurse, so I'm up late anyway. I just don't want to oversleep and miss my own tea party. It'd be terrible if I planned it all out and got it all organized and then I missed the party. I'd be mad at myself. Is she? Oh, it's midnight there? Cool. So, oh, I think these will look cute. Dang it. Stay there. I don't know why this wants to flip up on this one side. There's my little brush. I got this little paintbrush that I keep in my envelope with my Versamark. I need to buy one of those bags, but I'm just too cheap. I'm absolutely too cheap to buy those anti-static bags. I always see them for $8. So normally I grab organic cornstarch. I just forgot to put cornstarch on my paper. As you know, cornstarch doesn't cost anything for a tiny pinch of cornstarch. a big brush. Oh, you're in Arkansas? I didn't know that. I used to live in Arkansas. My first husband was military, and we lived in Jacksonville at the air base in Arkansas. Both of my children were born in Arkansas. My oldest son was born in Jacksonville, and my youngest son was born in Little Rock. What's Arkansas known for? Well, they've got hot springs and tornadoes. Indiana has tornadoes, though. A lot of places have tornadoes. Razorbacks. Unfortunately, Arkansas is known because Bill and Hillary came from there, but don't let that give them a bad rap. Arkansas was a nice place to live. Of course, I hated it at first because when I moved there, I was lost. I didn't know anyone, and I was like, I hate this place. But I tell you what, I came to love Arkansas. Of course, I would have hated any place you move where you don't have any friends or family you hate. But I had my husband, and I made friends, and my family came to visit once in a while. And then I had the boys, and so it was nice. What part of Arkansas? Are you north, south, east, or west? It's hard relocating. All right. I think that's come out. I'm just going to do this first. North Little Rock. That's where I was after. Unfortunately, I got divorced while I was still in Arkansas, and I ended up moving to Cabot for a short time before I moved back. Then I ended up in Ohio. I'm going to mute my microphone for a second while I blow dry this. I say while I blow dry. Hang on one second. Okay, well, I forgot that I switched my plugs around. I was just talking about switching my plugs around, but I forgot that I ended up unplugging my fuse tool, or my fuse tool. What am I talking about? Lord, I ended up unplugging my little heat tool. So I'm going to walk away for a second and go over here and emboss this. So I'm sorry I won't be able to see your chat for just a minute. Alrighty. I like that color. I think that turned out a good color. I lost some details, but not bad. I mean, it's going to lose a little detail because, see the difference? I don't know, this light, I've got two lights going here. I said that before. I know a lot of painters look at the type of light they use. In order to get what they call a true color spectrum, that bulb costs about $80. But if you combine two different, I found if you combine an $8 bulb with a $16 bulb, and actually my boyfriend did the research on that you'll get the full color spectrum light. And I had thought about, what am I doing? Oh, that's the wrong punch. I knew something wasn't right about this. There it is. Gee, Dana. All right. So I've got this. I love the fact that it's bumpy, lumpy. And then with the waste that you cut off the corner, you can use that to make your little doily or your little scallop circle. So, Shazam. There we go. I like the fact that it's kind of shiny too. Can you see that that's shiny? Like that embossing paste is shiny. I didn't know that. I guess they are all a little. This is called Tiger Lily. Wanda, Wendy. Oh, okay. I'm sure that says Wendy Vici because I see the W and the V. Embossing powder in Tiger Lily. Guess what color that is. That's kind of cool. Let me take this off. These little colors bug me. Shut that over there. Just right in the middle. There we go. And I put this in this becomes homemade paper. So I have a bread bag hanging over here to the side. I pin it to I got a pin, and this is full of paper scraps, and that'll become homemade paper later. I have never made paper. I'm saving all my solids, that don't have any ink or anything on them to try and make paper. So I'm excited about that. You have that die, the scallop tart punch. I don't know why this is going back. There we go. I know, I can't wait. I think, and I love these little scalloped edges. And I don't know if you can see this. Let me turn this other light on. I'm going to hold this up and see. Can you see I painted under, let me see, maybe it'd be better. Here, maybe you can see it better on the dark. Around the edge of this pink scallop, I put on the second layer of scallop, the Wink of Stella. Can you see it? The little real fine glittery. I went around that with my Wink of Stella pen, but I don't think it shows up. I mean, I can see it on here in person, but it doesn't show up as well on here, I don't think. Let me see if I can you see? I love Wink of Stella. It's so delicate, but I want them to look really pretty and girly, and I want them to be really wow in their own right. And since it's something so small and simple, I should be able to achieve that, I hope. But I just haven't found my perfect recipe for the cutest tea card I can make. I even put some off center. See those? These are big sellers at craft fairs. I don't know if you guys realize this or not, but I do craft fairs sometimes. But I charge $2 a piece for these. Yeah. So I made 50 of them. My last craft fair sold out the first day, and my mom sat at her dining room table that night because the craft fair was in her town and helped me make 50 more. And I sold out of almost all of them, but mine were a little bit different. I used some craft paper and some different colored papers on them. So I made $200 just on these little, um, and what I told people as they came by, they'd say, "What are these?" And I told them they were tea gifts for, and this was closer to the holidays too. I told them they were tea gifts for teachers and friends and school bus drivers. And when they found that out, they'd buy 5, 6, 7, 8, and they'd spend maybe $10 or $20, but then they had a nice little handmade gift to give everyone. Because what do you give, your kids to give if they have 3 or 4 teachers or, bus driver? You can leave one in the mailbox for your mailman or mail lady. They're nice. I think they're nice gifts, and they're inexpensive. And I can make 3 from each sheet of this paper. And this is nice thick paper, this Chamel. Oh, and Danielle, I'm saving you the trim. Look at the trim on this. All these little unicorns. So I put the trim aside for you because I know you can find something cool to do with those little unicorns. So I thought that was pretty. I didn't even notice there's a butterfly on the purple cup, and there's little flowers painted on the blue one. There's roses on the. Oh, look, the saucer matches. It sure does. Isn't that cute? I didn't notice that either. Huh. Well. Oh, and there's a butterfly on the purple saucer too. I guess I should have paid better attention. I just noticed there was teacups all over it, so I thought I would pick it up. Not bad for $2.99 at Tuesday morning. You know what? I haven't done a lot of craft fairs. This one was my first one at the Maple Fest. My parents live in Rockville, Indiana, and every year they have a big Maple Fest. My dad belongs to the art studio, the art gallery out there, and he's a photographer. He's retired, and that's just something he has always liked to do. And so after he retired and he had a lot more time, he started taking pictures of all the covered bridges and things. Eventually, people kept saying, "Why don't you sell your photos? You take the most beautiful photos." And he did. He framed a few. He hung some in the local art gallery and joined. And he really kind of, he found it fun. It's not stressful. He entered some of his pictures into contests, and he won a contest. He won the spring art fair a few years ago. He enters photos into the county fair, but all the members of the art gallery participate in the Maple Fest. And so in the first building where you go, they have a big pancake breakfast, and everybody goes and you can buy maple syrup. And in that big building, there's all these little booths. It's their 4-H building. So all the members of the art gallery go and display everything in this booth. So he had a booth where he was hanging all of his photos on the wall. And I said, "Well, why don't you let me set up a table?" So he asked them, "Can my daughter sell her crafts in my booth?" And they said, "Yes. She just has to pay taxes on the money she makes." So they let me set up a table full of a few little things. And this was one of the things I made. I made this, and I made a bunch of notebooks that I got the idea from Roxy Fur. I think I might have got either this idea from Lyric Lover 810, who I love. I love Amber. She's amazing. And I watched her way before I ever got a channel, way before I even had a YouTube subscription. And her sister, who is my sister Scrapper. And they are both amazing and they make the most beautiful things. But I think that's where originally I saw this idea was from Amber. Then Roxyfur had it's Roxyfur. Roxyfur had, and I love her channel. Again, she was one of the first people I followed years ago. She had a channel that told how to make these composition notebooks. Their mom? Oh, I didn't know their mom has a channel too. Oh, wow. Now I got to go insert. Do you know what her screen name is? Yes, she does do a lot. And so Roxyfur did these little composition notebooks that she would recover and decorate and sell. And in fact, I think I've got, you know what? I can show you a before and after of the notebooks because I have some here with my paper. Let's see what I do with mine here. These are, I do have one. These are the notebooks. I actually just opened a pack because I keep a few packs on hand. But they sell these at the Dollar Tree, and these are the little composition notebooks, and they come with one red one, one green one, and one blue one. And what you do is you just put new paper over them and you decorate them. I take mine to Kinko's and have a hole drilled in the corner and put them on a key ring. And then I sell them with teeny tiny pens that you can buy every Easter at Michael's. In the Easter basket section, they sell all those little teeny tiny colored. Here, I'll show you those too. Every year they sell those little teeny tiny gel pens, and they're adorable gel pens, and they write amazingly well. See these little pens? And they have all different colors, and you can buy a pack of 8 of these, I think for $3. But if you go the day after Easter, they're 50% off. So you get 8 pens for $1.50. So I usually go and buy all they have, which is usually 40 to 50 pens, and that's enough to do any craft fair I have that year. But now that I've told that secret, somebody else might go and snatch up those pens. So now I'm going to have to go really early in the morning, huh? You're kidding me. So her mom may not have her channel. No channel. Oh, I was reading those comments backwards. Sorry. Really? You did her pad idea? Yeah, the pad idea is good too. You know what idea I really like? Craft fair. If you're going to do a craft fair, who is it? What's her name? Oh, dang it. Oh, Carolina's Creations Handmade. Love her channel. She's having a big giveaway right now for her 10,000 subscriber. But she did, I'm sure it was her. Now I should look it up because I might be telling the wrong thing. But I'm pretty sure she did a nail file holder. And it was so cute and very, very simple. And it holds one of these. This is gross because I use it on paper, but it holds these great big nail files that you can buy at like the Dollar Tree. But you can also buy these in big packs on Amazon, pretty cheap. They used to have, I think, 10 packs for $4 maybe, or $3.75. Oh yeah. Oh, she makes amazing. Yeah, you know what? There's so many amazing people on YouTube, and what I am beginning to learn is that because I don't really watch TV. I've always loved watching YouTube, and you can watch whatever you want at the moment you want to watch it. So if I want to learn about whatever, I can pull it up. But I could watch videos 24/7 and not watch all the stuff I want to, not see all the stuff I want to. Because, those thumbnails come up and I see them and I think, ooh, I got to watch that. 2 or 3 will come up that I want to watch and I hit one. But the minute I go lay down, I get 10 minutes into the video, I fall asleep. So a lot of times when I wake up, I hit that circle arrow to go back and play it again, and then just go through it, scroll through and find what I last remember seeing. And Leela, I can't watch your videos when I go to bed at all because you have the most soothing, calm voice that I can literally start to watch and I'm out so fast. I have to watch your videos in the morning with my coffee. Mama loves Disney. Yes. Oh, and that balloon that I've been working on that balloon, but I saw the balloon. Now my memory is so bad. What is her name? I sent you a link, Denise, on Instagram so that you could see that balloon video. Leela, I started a balloon like a week or 2 ago, but the idea originally came from Mom to Create. It's Mom to Create. I tell you what, that balloon I thought was amazing, and it was so cool. It was probably one of the neatest things I've seen. And then Tammy Seaton recently did a video where she had made some clouds and inked the edges with blue. And that's what I'm going to do for my balloon, because on Mom to Create's balloon, she made made the prettiest cloud shapes and hung them from like fishing line type string, that jewelry string that you can't really see, but they were white and fuzzy and they were so pretty. But my balloon is actually, I kind of customize the papers to be more masculine because I'm trying to get shown in a brewery, and I wanted them to be I didn't want it to be feminine or girly at all. But those clouds were so pretty with that blue around the edges. I think that I may take a gray or a silver or a blue, or maybe even all 3, and just kind of hit the edges of my balloons. And then I can still attach, because I was trying to figure out exactly what to do with them, because I didn't want them to just be plain stark white balloons hanging there. You did $30? That's a lot. Did you buy it? I want to show Leela my balloon. Now I got to go get this balloon and bring it over here. It should be dry. I've been working on the, I put a net over it, and that net made me crazy. That's what's taken so long. It took me a week. Originally, I bought a fishnet from the Dollar Tree. I bought it in a couple colors, and but I couldn't get it to fit. This is where it'll come down. These are tied together. I don't know if you can see, but I've put some, what do you call those? Oh, I'm drawing a blank. What do you call, that glitter glue? It's terrible. I love them things, and I can't think of the name of it, but I put some on the stick because that's where the fire would shoot up into the balloon. But it took me forever because I couldn't get that fishnet to fit over the balloon right. So I had to customize it and actually just start it at the tip with multiple strings and tie each one individually. And it made me insane. And it took days to do it. But when the basket's hanging from it, it'll look like this. Whoops, I need to move this. See, the strings pull on the paper, and I don't want to tear the paper. But if the paper's not just spaced just right, the strings are wrong. It's kind of an aggravating project, but I have a holder over there I had to make to sit it in the holder so that the paper wouldn't get, to do the top. I had it in holder to do the top, and then I had to make a different holder to hold it upside down to do the rest of the string work. But then these knots will hook. I also made the basket. I got a video on that too. I made the basket out of raffia, and then these little leather pieces are off of a ribbon that Lisa had given me. And it's a really cool ribbon. Let me show you. I had this ribbon that Lisa at Made New to Create had sent me. And I cut little pieces of that out, the leather. And then I used those tiny Tim Holtz brads that the tops of them look like Phillips head screwdrivers to look like it's screwed into the basket. I don't know if you can really see those or not. But, and then I cut these jewelry findings with wire snips to make the holders. The ropes will attach through here. I still have to make some little sandbags. But this thing took me forever to weave this silly little basket. I have a whole new respect for basket weavers. But you know, as women, we were the people that we weaved the baskets. We were hunter-gatherers, you know, and I think, you know, I hear people talk about that's why Langerberger is such a popular place, that women are obsessed with baskets because throughout history, we needed them. They were important to our survival, that we could go and gather food and berries and carry the things we needed to carry. And, you know, before we had pockets and purses, right? Neck. But, so this basket was really hard, right? But I think it turned out okay. I like the fact that it's just a little wonky because, you know, wicker's not perfect and not all baskets are, especially handmade ones, are not even. So that's my balloon project. But that thing ate up so much of my time for a minute. But that's the paper Denise is talking about. She looked for this paper. This is, what was this? Die Cuts with a View paper. And it's got this treatment on it. I don't know if you can see. Let me hold. Here, I'll turn this light off. You can see. Let me turn this on. All right. You can see. No, that's not good. Let me do this. Here we go. No, that's not. No, it's not showing up. But there's a treatment on the paper, and it's kind of neat on the typewriter keys and the keys of different stuff and the license plate. But I picked that paper because it's more manly. So I thought, put it back in the holder. I made a special holder with a box and paper, and padded it with cellophane bags so that I wouldn't crush my balloon. Thank you. Well, hi, Crafty Kitty. You know what else I learned about these lives? When I come on here, I end up talking and I don't know. Danielle gets all that stuff done. She'll start her live, and by the end of the live, she's got something beautiful made. And every time I go live, I end up getting a bunch of stuff out and chatting away about 6 different things. And then I don't get anything made. But it's fun. I love these lives. I don't know how many tea bags I'm going to mail out, but I hope that whoever watches this video, I hope you're going to send me your address and join our tea party. And Crafty Kitty, you missed it earlier, but we're going to have a Mad Scrapper tea party. We're going to have Lisa at Made to New to Create go on Danielle's channel at Pink Zebra Unicorn Crafter to open her Happy Mail from me. And I'm mailing out everyone the best tea I've ever found in my existence. That might be a slight exaggeration. It's not really an exaggeration. We've been on this crazy diet and I'm craving sweet things. And I didn't buy this tea because of what it said it was made of. But you know what? It is the most delicious tea. So don't read the label because it says it's got licorice in it. And I hate licorice, but I'm telling you, you can't even taste the licorice in it. But it is the best tea. And I'm going to send everybody a cinnamon spice, Tazo sweet cinnamon spice, and a Tazo sweet wild orange. They don't have any caffeine in them. And we're going to have a Mad Scrapper tea party. That's Denise picked that name. Isn't that cool? So if we can get it organized so that one day we can all sit down, and all we'll have to do once I get the tea bags mailed out is we'll wait a few days to have it till everybody gets their tea bags in the mail. And look, there's a hair in the, looks like an eyelash. And then everybody has to do is grab their favorite mug of hot water. We could even do what do you call that? When you do a hashtag and post a picture, you can post a picture. If you have a cute mug, we could do a hashtag and post it on our social media if we wanted. Because Denise is big on the IG. She doesn't do the YouTube channels. That's Photos by Jersey Girl there. Denise, do you know Crafty Kitty? And Leela is in here. I think Leela is in here. Leela Landry is in here too. So Leela's going to join our tea party too. So Kitty, you should join our tea party too. All you have to do is send me your address to my email, which is nightnursedana@gmail.com. And then, oh, you don't have an Instagram? Well, you know what? Facebook. You can use hashtags on Facebook and Twitter too. I just made an Instagram recently. I'm new to it, and I seriously don't know how to do it. Every time I'm trying to write something on something, it takes me to a different page. Or if I tap something, I'm like, what did I do? It takes me somewhere else, or it just disappears on me. I really need to do a tutorial. Get the big stuff off here. With my little paintbrush. I know it looks like such a mess on this desk right now. I sure got my cornstarch out. I forgot again. I think that's pretty good. It's a pound sign, actually, and people say it's a number sign, because it did used to be considered afterwards. And I think the reason why they called it that was because when computers first came out, when you were coding, you know, I graduated in the 80s and they kind of made us all start learning COBOL and taking classes because all right. Well, I'm so glad you were here. Thanks for stopping by, Leela. Yeah, email me and I'll send you a tea bag. Hopefully you can jump in our tea party. I think it'll be super fun. I hope we can get it together. Good night. It was nice seeing you. Kitty, I think the reason that people started calling that the number sign, and this is just my personal theory, this has no, like, I have no authority, just so you know. This might be complete BS, but I think that when they started teaching us coding because they were like, oh, computers are the future and everybody's got to learn computers and we're all going to do COBOL. And it was, and that's back when we were using a cathode ray tube, which was basically a great big box of, it looked like an old fashioned television, so. Dana talks a lot and it'll give you. Anyway, I think in coding, when you gave a computer instructions to do something, that hashtag had to be what you coded, and that meant number. That meant it was a numeric symbol and not an alpha symbol. I do know that. Dana does talk a lot. And isn't it weird on a live because like no one else is saying anything, and sometimes I feel like I'm talking to myself, so I got to keep looking at the chat. If anyone was to look at me right now, they would think I was crazy because I'm just talking to myself because I'm sitting next to the computer. And if my kids came over or something, they'd be like, who are you talking to, Mom? Are you a back talker, Missy? That's funny. Okay, I'm going to go on, boss. I'll be right back. BRB. Okie dokie, Skokie. Who is so pretty? I probably over embossed it because I don't have my glasses on, but yeah, I like that better than the stamp, definitely. I'm glad I did that, even though it's a little bit time consuming. I don't think I'll need more than 10, you think? You think we'll have 10 people join the tea party? Tea party. We've got 6 right now with Leela. That'll be 7 with Crafty Kitty. If she joins in, it'll be 7. The more the merrier. Won't that be fun though? Oh, I'm using the wrong punch again. Dana, why do you keep doing that? Oh, no. Get it just right. I'm going to stamp those a little too high. They call it hashtag right. Things change so much, then you have to relearn it. Yeah. I stick with it. I don't know now if you said pound this or pound that, then anybody like the young people would know what you were talking about. That's like those pins. You know, I asked somebody the other day if we had any haptic pins, and where I worked, the computers were touchscreen before where I work now. But I had asked somebody for a haptic pen, and they were like, "What's that?" Well, now they call them stylettes, but when touchscreens first came out, especially in the medical field, they used them more than in just like lay people. But you had to have a haptic pen because your finger didn't work. Something about your finger didn't work on those. So now they call them stylettes, but your finger works on everything now. So you can just give me the finger and I'll use it. But in all seriousness, I don't know that anybody uses the term haptic pen, so I have to stop because it makes me look old. So I think I have enough teas. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I've got enough for 10 people. I think we'll have 10 people maybe. Maybe. So now I got to make the little folder. Let me cut this off and put it in my little scraps box here. Because I will not be using that. For anything other than paper. All right. I guess I'm going to use the inks. So I'm going to put those away because I don't need them anymore. Excuse my dirty inky rag. Like, that's what colors I've used in the last week or so. We grew up saying cell phone, right? Those I called there. I believe if you want to search them out on, do you want to look at the original video, or you mean just like if you sell them? I call the sign I made, because I always make little signs at craft fairs, so when somebody walks up, they know exactly what something costs. And I called them tea favor packs. But then I just started calling them tea favors because people would say, "What's that?" And I needed them to interact with me. I needed to get their attention. And if I could get them to ask ask me what a tea favor is, I could give them that whole spiel. And I found out that really worked when you tell people it's an inexpensive gift. They're $2 each. It's great and then you just name off whatever it is at that time. So, and since it was close to the holidays, I said, I told people great for your kids' teachers, your coworkers, bus drivers, your mailman or lady. And so I'm 51. I'm just celebrating my 30th year anniversary of my 21st birthday. But That's what I say. Let me see. I'll tell you what this video is called, though, if you want. On my channel. Because if I look at my watched videos in my library, I recently pulled up a video of it. And I think, because I couldn't remember, it's been so long since I made any. So I pulled up Tea Packet. Yep, it was. It was Lyric Lover 810. Ooh, and they're so cute. Like hers are so cute. Here, I'll show you a picture. Hang on. Well, darn it. Let me skip this ad. But I'll show you what hers look like in the picture. So set these aside. Hers look like this. Let me see if I can get a picture. And, your favorite novel. If you're looking for something that you want to put a little. Now, she also recommended the Tazo tea, by the way. Let me see if I can hold it. I'm going to try and hold this up to my camera to see if this shows. It doesn't, does it? Darn it. Well, that's her tea packets. You can kind of see it. Can you see it? There's my webcam. Anyway, you can kind of see. Hers are really cute, and she's got a ribbon tied around hers. But that's Lyric Lover 810. And I'll put a link in this video after I'm off. And it's called Craft Fair Idea Number 7, Tea Pocket Favors 2015. So, between her recommending the Tazo tea and a lady in Target actually recommending the Tazo tea, that has become my favorite. It really is amazing tea. I think I might emboss these too. The little word ones, because I have grateful, blessed, and thankful. I think I'm going to stick with blessed. It is the shortest word and will fit in here nicely, but it's also, I think, appropriate. I mean, I'm grateful too. I'm thankful. But I am feeling blessed lately. I was able to pay two major bills and not drowned yet. So, feeling pretty bad. The passion tea. Oh, yeah. Tazo makes a passion tea too. Have you had that one? Ladies, I'm going to run and fill up my tea. I'll be right back. 2 shakes. Speaking of tea, I am going to excuse myself for this 1 second. Run to my kitchen. right. I'm back in business. Woo-hoo. Okay. So I don't know what I should do to this. I'm sorry, you guys. I've never left live like that before. Was that rude? Yes, I was born in 1968. Stain some papers with that. Oh, that would be cool. Oh, you know what, Kitty? That might turn orange because the tea itself the color of it is kind of orangey. It's like a pretty amber color. I bet that would make a nice tea stain. And the passion tea is pink. I bet that would be gorgeous. You guys want to see? I stained some paper with you know what? I'm going to quit getting stuff out because I'm just making a mess. I'm going to stop. I'm going to focus on the task at hand. My attention deficit disorder is bad. Bad. All right. A little cheapy paper cutout. A room. All righty. Yeah. Okay. So I'm saving that for Danielle. I almost threw it away. I forgot there's a unicorn on one side. Okay, so what did I say it was? 9 3/4 inch. So darn it. So at 9 3/4 inch. So this is our waist, and we'll take our little scalloped circles out of that. And then we're going to score this at, what did I say, 3 1/4, right? Yeah, I think. Blank. So we're going to score. What's my little one? I don't particularly like the little, I need the bigger ball. The little ball pokes through the paper. All right, so we've got 3 and that's a 1/4. And then I'm going to turn it over and do the same thing. 3 1/4, just in case the measurements aren't right. That way they fold up. Yeah. So there's 3 of them. And then this, I believe, is still, this should be long ways. It's still 12 inches long. So, put that back. Right. So, yeah. So this would be cut at 4 inches and 8 inches, right? 4, 8, 12, yeah. Right? Yeah. So there's 4 inches. I guess I didn't need to. So I have, yeah. So there we go. Oh, you know what? You know what I didn't think of? I could put the teacups on the inside and have the pink on the outside. How cute would that be? Would that be better? And then maybe I could do this big scallop. I have this big scallop. I could do it, but then I'd have to go through and punch out random teacups. And that would waste a lot more paper. That would look maybe so cute. I don't know. All right. I want this to be so straight. I'll cut that off. I'll cut this off with these wonky scissors that my mom gave me. Match the pattern up just right. Boom. Okay. And that's it. There's your tea pocket. That's simple. And originally I had scored and cut a bunch of these and went through and cut the corner off and just stacked them up and put a rubber band around them. That way, before the craft fair, since I would be out of town, if I didn't need to make that many, I didn't have to. And then I punched a bunch of circles and put them in a little baggie. And that kind of, a little tiny bottle. That is just watered down scoop glue because I don't want to waste good glue on certain projects. Put that in there. I like to put something in it when I'm gluing it down just to make sure there's room for the tea bag because those tea bags are kind of fat. I'm sorry, tea bag. I don't mean to hurt your feelings. Voila. There's one more. So I've made, I don't know how many. They're all over here tucked in. I'll have to count. But I think I've made 6 or 8. I don't know. Maybe 8. I know I messed one up for sure, and 2 are questionable. So I think I'll get my pinking shears. I really like pinking shears. I'm going to cut Lisa's with pinking shears because, you know, she's the seamstress. I should make hers different than everyone else's since it's like for her live. I love these heavy duty pinking shears. Bam. Yeah, that looks cute with the zigzag. And then these you can use to cut the waist here. You can use to cut your scallop circle out of, and boom. Booyah. I don't know why I said that, but so that and that. See how stinking cute is that? That's going to be cute. Oh. Yep, I'm going to have to do something embossed on the inside too. And now I'm rethinking the pink ribbon. Instead of the pink ribbon, I kind of want to do like a tiny bit of orange. I wish I had a multicolored with all these colors in it, but now I kind of want to do an orange ribbon. Or maybe, don't know. I don't know. I don't know. This is really strong. I am really, really surprised how much tea they put in these bags. Because I also am a strong, like when I make my tea, it's a black. It looks coal black. It looks like coffee. So there is enough tea in these bags for me for 1 cup, and I was really surprised. So that's nice. I like that. I just like that tea all around. Oh, I got the wrong bottle. This is the wrong glue. Dana. What are you doing? There's that's my little watered down glue. That's just like Aleene's or school glue or Elmer's or whatever. You just put half and half water and glue. You put the water in first. You put the glue in, and then every once in a while you can just shake it up. And it won't clog because it's all watered down. It won't clog the tip. A lot of people, on her videos, she uses double-sided tape to make these. And I will tell you not to do that. And I'll tell you why. I know it takes a second longer to use glue. But what I found was my tea bags all got stuck down in the pocket. And a couple of them, when I tried to pull them out, ripped. And I don't want, especially at a craft fair, I don't want somebody to buy something from me that goes home and the tea rips and the spills everywhere. And then they're like, oh, I'm sorry I bought this, That's a bummer. I'd hate for any, and it's only $2, but I still don't want them to spend any money on something that's going to get torn up. And I certainly don't want to mail it to them and then be like, Dana, my bag tore and I spilled tea everywhere. It's all your fault. So I'm gluing these bad boys. Not one more. Let's use this. I guess it don't matter what we use. Just whatever gets the job done. You can just use regular scissors too. I know when I ran out at the craft fair at my mom's, I literally was just going through making them as fast as I could because the craft fair ended at 4. We had to be back at 8 in the morning and I was tired, I was sleepy. I wanted to visit with my mom. I had drove out early that morning. I'm a couple hours away from where they live and it had started at 8. I had left my house at, I want to say about 5:30 or 6 to get out there on time. And so I don't think that it matters what you cut the edge with. They still look super cute. It's on the inside, so you don't see it. It's just, I think those little details sometimes really make things extra special. Well, I can tell you as a nurse, and because I've had some chemistry classes, if you make kidney stones from tea, those are usually, let me think here, ionic. I would guess those are ionic bonds. There's different types of things bond together using different methods. Some things are attracted by, their charges, and some things, other chemicals are attracted, and other things act as catalysts. But I think if memory serves correctly, cheese. With tea, you can't drink tea and eat ice cream. Or, well, you can, but for some people it's riskier. And cheese. So was he a big cheese eater or a big ice cream eater? Because no. Well, I'm wondering I wonder what the tea was bonding with. I don't know why I put that much glue on there. I don't need that much. I wonder You know, and different people's bodies are different. I know they told my mom to get off the pop. My mom loves her soda. She is not in the best. Let me get in the trash. Hang on. My mom is not in the best of health and just absolutely refuses to stop drinking pop, which is fine. I understand it's, she's 82. I want her to have what she wants and have a good quality of life and be happy. And at the same time, I want to put her in a bubble and feed her a perfectly balanced diet and not let any toxins come into it. Oh, you make cheese? You know what? I've always wanted to learn to make cheese, and um, I don't really have access to rent it, but I make butter. I've made butter. Um, it's rather easy, but I would love to make homemade cheese curds. Wouldn't that be good? We have small stones, but they are letting them be until they block. Really? Unfortunately, my mom had kidney stones and my grandpa, and I hope to goodness I don't. Um, I don't. I drink a lot of coffee. I do not always drink tea. I have been drinking a lot of water. Usually, I have a big container I take to work that's lemon water, and now I've been putting a little lime in it too. Men can be so stubborn. Why don't they listen? My mom drinks the most dangerous kind of soda. She drinks the decaffeinated diet. So not only is she getting all that aspartame from Diet Coke, but she drinks the gold can, which is caffeine free. So all the toxins that are used to decaffeinate it, she's getting those too. So but she says, I don't care. I can't have caffeine because my heart, and this is what I like, and this is what I'm drinking. So she knows exactly what's going on with that. And she doesn't want to not have it. So I'm not going to deny her. I mean, I can't. She's my mom. I'm not the boss of her or anything. But I mean, say my dad is not there to do the shopping and suddenly I had to do all my mom's shopping, I wouldn't not buy her the soda, you know what I mean? I might grumble about it a little bit, but I wouldn't deny it to her. It is. And you know what? I recently had tried Zevia. The first time we went on our cleanse, I bought stevia soda because soda, I was like, well, I gotta have a soda. I want to try this Zevia. And I poured it into a glass and I was like, oh, it's white. It's clear. And I thought that was cool because I had always heard that the caramel coloring was bad. So that was kind of interesting when I poured it out and there it was all clear. Stevia soda, yeah. It's healthy, non-GMO soda, and it's got stevia in it instead of like aspartame or any of the chemical sweeteners that trick your taste buds into thinking something sweet. It's got stevia in it, which is a leaf, a derivative of a leaf, a plant. And hang on, I'll get the can and show it to you. So you can find. I think it's easier to find stuff in the store when I know what I'm looking for. So I always like to see it. I have some because I never drink all of it. Okay, well, this is what the can looks like, and this is the grape, and I bought this specifically to mix drinks with. I don't drink very often, and when I do, I want a sweet drink. And I used to buy Bacardi Dragonberry rum, and it's a real sweet rum, and I would mix it with grape soda, and it was amazing. And then I would drink too much, but because it tastes like Kool-Aid. And I wanted that so that if I ever have a drink, I have some of this grape soda to mix a drink with because I keep that rum in the house. And then I bought the Mountain Zevia, which is just like Mountain Dew. It says Mountain Zevia. But when you pour it out and look at it, even the grape is perfectly clear. It looks like carbonated water. Every single one of them. Orange looks like clear. Cola looks clear. They're all clear because they're non-GMO verified, and they don't put the caramel coloring in it because it is bad for you. Now we don't do milk. We don't do milk just because of the BGRH I'm sorry, the RBGH. I'm saying this backwards. Sorry about that. The RBGH and the Cancer Connection and all that. We quit milk years ago, but if really my family, there's not a whole lot of obesity, and the people that are overweight were milk drinkers. So I do think there's some connection there. But ever since RBGH, we don't do any milk. But the carbonation is good either. Of course, for the kidneys. Fat is actually good. We've been on a high fat diet lately, and we're still losing weight. And so fat actually provides, your body needs lipids to make new cell walls. And so Thad, my boyfriend, actually recently had his triglycerides checked. He had what they call a complete lipid panel, and his cholesterol's down and his lipids are down. And actually, that's from a high fat diet. Sugar is what's bad for you, not fat. Fat is good if it's the right type of fat. So the fat from milk is actually not considered one of the badder fats. But like grass-fed beef fat and like coconut oil type fats and olive oil and avocado oil, and the bad fats are more like your trans fatty acids from things like margarine and peanut butter and hydrogenated fats. That's what they say builds up in your arteries. Your husband loves milk. Well, and they say men have less risk, but they do believe that's why there's been such a rise in male breast cancer too. But that's one of the things that irks me personally, being in the healthcare field as long as I have. Sorry, I don't mean to chew. That's rude. I'm chewing on. I'm just like Not even thinking about it. Chewing ice. Sorry. I'm an ice chewer. But being in the healthcare field as long as I have, this part really irks me, and that is those little pink ribbons all over the Dannon yogurt. That burns my butt. And they're like, oh yeah, we're going to give a penny or 3 cents or whatever they're going to give. We're going to give to the Susan B. Komen Foundation for breast cancer research if you buy our yogurt. Really? Because studies have shown that if we eat your yogurt, we're at much higher risk. And if you've already had breast cancer one time, you're at a 40% higher rate of having recurring breast cancer if you eat any dairy products at all. And that fact is on the American Cancer Society's own website. That's where I got my information. So why are we allowing dairy companies to sponsor breast cancer research? It's all about the almighty dollar, and I hate that. Ice chewing means you're lacking something. Yeah, sense. It means you're lacking sense. Yeah, it means you're lacking long-term dental security, right? Because you're going to chip a tooth one of these days. No, it means you're lacking iron, is what they say. But the last time I had any blood work checked, I was not lacking iron, but I've always chewed ice. Now, I was a little slightly anemic when I was pregnant back in the 90s with my with my sons, particularly with my first son. But yeah, the last time I had blood work, I go to Black Expo every year because I get all the free labs. And Indianapolis has a great big Black Expo every year. And when you go to it, there's all these companies that will draw your blood and mail you your test results for free. And so I'm cheap, I'm super cheap. So a lot of times I just go and have my cholesterol and all my stuff checked then for free. So I don't have to pay for a doctor's visit. And right. I didn't think of that. Let me send you my address. No, the FDA isn't our friend. God, no. The FDA has never been our friend. In fact, from the time the FDA was formed, from the time the FDA was formed, they created a GRAS list, and that's what burns my butt to this day is the GRAS items. And when I say GRAS, some people call it grass, but it's the GRAS list, and it's over, I want to say like 70,000 chemicals, but it stands for generally recognized as safe. And when the FDA was first created, they knew that we were already using a lot of these products in food production. And they said, there's no way we can test all these items and make sure they're safe. There's no way that I've heard diabetics usually chew ice. I'm very rarely chew ice, but something normal, but I'm anemic. I've heard that. I don't know, because I don't know. I don't run into that many people that chew ice. I am not diabetic. I am actually, we actually just recently, like I said, we had some labs drawn because Thad, my boyfriend's blood pressure was kind of out of control, and the medicine really wasn't working well on him. And that's why we went on the diet to begin with, was to get his blood pressure under control. But his hemoglobin A1C, I think, was like 4.9, and mine was like 4.8. So we are not even close to diabetics. We are actually at the low end of the average scale. And Thad, had a half of a Reese cup. Like, he had one of the, how they come in a 2-pack. He had actually had a Reese cup the same day that they drew his blood later that afternoon at 2. So I said, well, you got lucky. You got lucky. You spaced that Reese cup out far enough from your blood draw, I guess. But he's real active in his work too. Oh, but you're not anemic? Are you saying you're an ice chewer, Kitty? Or you're diabetic? Or you're anemic? But I am anemic, but then you put not. So I'm guessing you meant I am not anemic. That's I wonder how long the chat is delayed between the time you guys hear what, like the real time here with me from when I say it. I can't even explain it. From the time I say it till the time you answer, sometimes is real quick and sometimes it's not. So I wonder if I buffer sometimes. Being out here in the garage, I'm kind of far from the Wi-Fi. You eat all the way to your blood draw? Yeah. No, you're not an ice chewer, but I am anemic. No, not diabetic. I mean, it's not normal that I chew ice because you said that as a sign. Oh, I think I just do it because, um, because of habit more than anything. I like a lot of ice in my tea, and I joke that I'm probably drinking most of the time watered down. Whatever I drink is watered down a ton because I'll put so much ice in my glass that I pour just a tiny bit of tea and it's full. And so I think the reason I do that, I think that's why I make my tea so strong though, because by the time all that ice melts, it's all watered down. You're cutting, doing collage. Yeah, they might say that. It's because I work so many hours. I might be, night shift. That's not always the healthiest shift for your uh, intimate life, but I do think I am going to go back to bed fairly soon. I'm starting to kind of feel wound down now. Finally, I got up at 9 or 10. I got online and put my order in to be picked up tomorrow morning. So I'm going to, after I pick up my groceries, I have to come home and put them away. And then I need to stop working on this, Denise, because I got to get your box out tomorrow. After I get to the post office, I got to get Lisa's box, your box, and Maria's box all out tomorrow is my goal. And I'm hoping to do the groceries and the post office all before noon. Because I slept until 9 or 10 at night. I'll go back to bed because I feel tired, but I'll be up by probably 7 because I already had almost 8 hours sleep. So I'll lay down because it's dark and quiet, but I won't sleep more than a few hours. So if I can get home by noon, I'm getting my bathing suit on and I am going to go have me a float. I swear, if it rains, I'm going to be so mad if it rains tomorrow. Every time I have a day off, it pours down rain all day. But you know what? If floating was an Olympic sport, gold, baby. I'm getting the gold. What time zone are you in? Am I in? I'm in Eastern. So right now it's 4:20 a.m. I work night shift, and I had stayed up late yesterday. I got paid a day early because the holiday. I'd stayed up late and ran errands all morning, but I had just got done working all these days in a row, and I was just so over it. You guys should see me. I think I pulled a muscle leaving work. I couldn't clock out and leave fast enough. When my shift was over, I almost ran to my car. I was like, "Let me out!" But I couldn't wait to get out of work this morning. I'm so glad. Does he? It's hard. I was reading a statistic recently that somebody else that had sent me that works night shift to my friend, and people, depending on the resource you look at, she had sent a couple different articles. One article said people that work night shift live an average of 7 years less, and then the other one said an average of 9 years less. I don't know who did the study or the research on that, but I'm going to say 8 because that's the average of the two. But I do believe that it significantly shortens your life because it's hard to throw your schedule off like that. And when I get a day off, boy, I get right back on waking up in the morning and going to bed at night for those few. That's why I have them give me all my days off together so that I can get turned around and kind of stay on a normal schedule for a few days. So, anyway, I'm going to get off here. I got to think about what I'm going to do, what else I'm going to do on these little tea favors. And if I can get these out, because I want to take them to the post office with me when they're full and get each one weighed to make sure that I put enough postage on the envelopes to get these little tea packets out. But nobody can open their tea and drink it until we have our tea party. So just so you know, Denise and Kitty and whoever else watches this video, I'm sorry I'm chewing the ice again. I'm sorry, that's a rude habit. Next thing you know, I'm going to start cracking my knuckles and popping some gum or something. Anyway, he is. Yeah. Yeah. Do you say it like that? It's hard to add inflection in typewritten text, but I'm gonna just throw it in there. I'm gonna be like, yeah. It don't bother me. Have a chewing gum contest. She said, it didn't bother me either. So when people say it's rude, I don't do it to be rude. It never bothered me, so I don't notice it. But I do try to not chew. Hi, look who's back. Hi, Danielle. What are you doing? We're just acting silly in here. We're talking about all kinds of stuff. We've been all over the place tonight with this ADHD conversation. Well, okay, Kitty, I have a question for you now. You were asking about the hashtag. Tell me about ASMR. What is that? I had a couple of these videos popping up on frequencies to open your third eye or your sixth sense or your I don't even know. And it says ASMR something. What were they doing? They were popping bubble wrap or something. I don't know what they were doing. Is that like a thing? Is that like a fetish thing? I don't know what that is. Because I had to watch the video just because I was so curious. I was like, oh, what's this? Click, play, eating. Then hubby wants to watch when the video is finished. I swap that up to now. I know I have to get some stuff out in the mail tomorrow too. And now I got to make two of those, what do they call, memory dex cards, because the first one I was making for your flat mail challenge is too flimsy, and I didn't realize, I thought if I glued a couple of this, I like this paper, and I thought if I glued it in a couple layers together, it would make it sturdy, and it's not, because once I tried to start embellishing it, it wants to buckle. So I have to start over, and I think I'm going to have to get me a piece of cardboard, cut it out, and then put take the embellishments off one side, and then put the memory card on one side and recover the other, and then just kind of redo the whole thing. I know that sounds probably confusing, doesn't it? That's why I should stop buying cheapo paper, because I loved this paper, but it was so thin. Oh my gosh, have I been on 2 hours? He's yapping away. 2 hours and 12 minutes. It's crazy, isn't it? Triggers tingles in some people. It sounds that in some it just relaxes. Autonomous sensory meridian response. Are you kidding me? Really? Well, that's medically speaking. I mean, you have a sympathetic nervous system, and then you have your autonomic nervous system. But you can I guess you can stimulate either, even though one's unconscious, or it's one's well, there's sympathomimetic, and uh, that's weird. You know what? I got to look this up, because now I'm kind of interested in what that does. Kitty said yes. That's it. You know what? I got to check that out, because that is kind of. I saved this for you, Danielle. Look, there's my ADHD. That is kind of cool. Look at the trim on these papers I bought for these little tea packets. You know what's on the back of this little Chamel strip is these tiny unicorns, and they're so pretty. They're pink and purple. And when I trimmed that paper off and I saw that, I saved that for you. I'm going to put that in your envelope. Can you see those little those little unicorns? Aren't they cute? And you could use it to trim something out. It almost looks like washi tape, doesn't it? I might have to cut it down to put it in the envelope, though. I hate to do that, because it's a nice long strip. And there's little tiny flowers in between. They're so tiny. Oh, you got mail? I got mail? Who you got? Who you talking to? Well, I think I'm going to have to mail the tea bag separate from my flat mail, because I have to redo my memory dex card for your flat mail challenge. When's the deadline to enter your flat mail challenge? Or is there a deadline? Oh my gosh, somebody's dog is in my yard. I hear them out there barking. We have two neighbors, one in the back and one in the side. I hope they're not watching this video. Hi. Not that they would. Um, but their dogs jump over my fence and their dogs come and play with my dog because he's the cool dog in the neighborhood. All the dogs want to play in my yard. No, seriously, they do. My dog, it can't get over the fence. He's big, and their dogs are more nimble and smaller, and they can fly right over the fence and come into my yard and play. August 1st, I'm sending you mail, Dana. You are. Yay. I love mail. Well, I am sending you mail hopefully tomorrow. I want to get I think I've got almost everything ready to go to the post office. I might have to work a little bit on it in the morning, but I think I'm just going to finish it up before bed, make sure and have everything done. Because once I get started, I like to just get through it, you know. I don't want to get up and have to remember where I'm at. My milkshake, my dog's milkshake. We caught him out there twerking. We thought we saw him twerking, but he was just going number 2. But when he goes number 2, it looks just like twerking to me. It's just what it looks like. No offense to any twerkers out there. Not looking to get hate mail, but it looks just like when my dog's taking the Browns to the Super Bowl. Yeah, are you going live? If you're going live, I'll end my live and we'll go over to your live. Now I got that song stuck in my head. My milkshake brings all the boys in. Ooh, there's a copyright thing there, probably. I better not sing. Danielle, are you going live? If you're going live, we'll go over to your house and watch you for a while. I think she left. It says 2 people now. I don't know. Did I get booted? I think I got booted out of something. I don't know. Yeah, my dog attracts all the other dogs. Apparently, Actually, they're all boy dogs, so I think that's why maybe they all get along good because there's not a girl dog involved, or I think they might be more apt to vie for the girl dog's attention, or at least when she's in heat. You're here. I know you're here and I'm here. It says 2. Again, does that include me, or is Kitty? Are you still here? Because I think Danielle must have left. Either that, or maybe Danielle's still here and Kitty left. But we asked, oh, she said she sees 2. Okay. Well, I don't know. She's out. She's outie. She made like a baby and head out. She made like a tree and left. No, I meant Danielle. I hate to go to the post office 2 days in a row because it's not really close to where I live. But I'm thinking I may have to go an extra day with the tea. I just want to do something to really make it extra. I can't, so far, I haven't thought of an easy, quick way to make it that extra. I'll have to think about it. Well, ladies, she may or may not be going live, but I know for me, I got to wrap this up. It's 4:30 here, and I want to lay down by about probably 5:30 so that I can get me a little hour or two nap. Otherwise, I will run out of steam tomorrow and be in bed by like 6:30 in the evening. So I'm gonna get me a couple little hours nap. Maybe she has a way. Yeah, she does sometimes. She said something too before. I don't know if it was her husband when her husband plays video games or something. She was saying her their something about their bandwidth. I don't really understand any of that stuff. I am not technical. My boyfriend does all that kind of stuff here. He sets all our internet and things up. Tuesday and Dollar Tree. Did y'all do anything for it? Oh, you went to Tuesday morning? What'd you get? Did you get some good stuff? I want some of those acrylic flowers and I can't find them. My store never has it. I slept all day, ladies. I slept, and after that I took a nap, and then after that I'm gonna sleep some more. Yep, I ran errands this morning while the stores were still open and did a few things. I missed Joann's free shipping day, July 4th. They always have free shipping, no limit. And of course I missed it because I forget every year. And then I go and look at my mail right after midnight, and there it was, the little free shipping today only. I was like, well, great. I don't think I needed anything from Joann's, but I did actually go on the website and buy something. I have a coupon. I had a coupon for it, but I bought some little bug stamps. They were so cute. And I bought a scarab beetle and something else. Not your typical scarab beetle stamp, but the more Egyptian looking scarab beetle interpretation. Send you the picture. I sent Lisa my photos. Yes, send them to me. You can send me a text or an IG. Do you have my cell phone number? Oh, you did? You found the same resin? Who are they by? Is that by, what are they called? Is that Hero Arts or Crafters Companion? I can't remember the name of the, who makes the flowers? I'm going to look for them because I want to see. And I wish somebody would measure them. I want somebody to pour them out of the jar and let me see what they look like. They're not the same. Send me a picture. All right. All right, Kitty. You too. Have a good night. Happy 4th. Thanks for stopping in. And I'm going to send you some tea. Send me your address to my email at nightnursedana@gmail.com. And I'll send you a tea bag. And you can join our Mad Crafters Tea Party. Send me a picture, Denise, because whoever buys those items has not actually poured them out or measured them. And I saw several people haul them, and they're really cute flowers. So I kind of want the measurements on them. I have a project in mind. It's sort of a specific space I have to work with. So, I've always got stuff in my head. I have so many ideas in this big old noggin of mine. I think that's why I get a headache all the time, because those ideas are pressing. They're just pressing on my cranium. Anyway, yeah, send me a picture of those flowers and tell me what you found. What you paid for? Are they the $8 resin flatbacks? Because a lot of the ones they sell on Amazon that I've seen when I looked for them I can get off AliExpress for $1.50, but they sell them for $7 or $8 on Amazon, and it's the same exact flour because I've ordered the ones from AliExpress, and I got mad when I seen what they were selling them for on Amazon. The difference is when you buy them from Ali, you have to wait, a month to get them, and when you get them from Amazon, they come in a couple days. You have to look, that means leaving here. Oh. Ditto not. No, that's all right. You can send me a picture or a text, Instagram, or any whatever. I don't even know. Oh, good, my phone's not plugged in. That's why everyone's like, I can't get a hold of you. I've had my phone checked twice now for problems because it keeps shutting off. That's not too wrong. Yeah. Now we got it. I'm gonna boot this bad boy up. Of course, nobody needs to get a hold of me in the middle of the night, do they? Anyway, anywho. My way. I'm going to get off here, finish all this mess up, and see what I can get done before I go to bed. I'm looking forward to my little nap, and I've only been up for about 6 hours. Ooh, I'm giddy. No, seriously, I love being able to just lay down when it's dark and quiet because I don't get that a lot. I have to wear this thing over my head, the mask, and that can get uncomfortable if I sleep in a ponytail. Gets twisted around there, and then you go to pee, you get up out of bed, and you don't realize that you have this thing hanging from your head. And then my earplugs fall out sometimes when I'm asleep. $9.20 for 50. Wow. Now, did the ones you bought on Ali, have they came yet? And are they different? They're 15 millimeter. Oh, good. Now the 15 millimeter, is that the ones you got on Ali? That's pretty big, right? Let me see. 15 millimeter is 1.5 centimeters. So that's pretty big. That's probably around what? The size of a dime, I would guess. My wonky circle. That's probably about the size of a dime, maybe. That's the Amazon ones. Okay. I bought a ton on Ali. So are the ones you bought on Amazon the same as the ones I see hauled on Tuesday morning, or the Ali ones? Because my Ali ones have not came yet. I did order some. Actually, I have some roses. They're pearl finish roses that I bought a long time ago, and it was marketed to me as trim, but they're just glued onto a string, and I just pop them off that string. You can just pull them right off, and I use those as flatback roses, and they're real pretty white with a pearl, kind of a silvery pearl finish. But I just ordered Ali today. Okay. All right. So you'll have to send me a picture because I'm kind of interested. Do you know what they cost you on Amazon? Because I know I ordered, let me see. I'll tell you what I paid. I ordered some I don't know. They haven't got here yet though, but I ordered Why does it keep logging me out? Darn it. Oh my gosh. I think I'm hogging my bandwidth. Is my video buffering? Because my tablet's not loading near as fast. And I just heard the fan kick on the laptop. So I hope I'm not messing up my live. All right, so I ordered a lot of stuff, apparently. You know what? I got on and ordered like 40. I'm not kidding you. Like at one point, $40 worth of stuff. And it was like 100 items. Because I kept going to the daily deals section and putting in like craft items below a certain amount, searching. My tablet's really slow. Oh, you didn't buy them on Ally? So you just found them on Ally? No. You know what it did? It signed me in. It signed me in on my Google profile for some reason. So I gotta switch. I don't even know where to log out. I gotta switch profiles. Sign in. There we go. Now it's signing me in to the right one. Okay. So I found 50 pieces for $1.35. This is the multicolored one. Let me show you. I'll see if I can hold it up here. This is from the bead store. These are not roses. These are the, well, actually, there's some are. Let me see if I can show you. These are the ones that look more like flowers, like that. And then I ordered, let me see. I ordered this. And they have the ones with the little colored center. And then these look like little mums, I think. Can't find them. Oh, I did order some of these with the little yellow center. You get 50 of those for $1.24. And then it doesn't say the size, but in the picture, let's go down. I'll show you the picture. In the picture, it shows it has nothing. So sometimes they lay a ruler in the picture and sometimes they don't. I like when they lay the ruler in the picture. I also bought the ones that look like daisies. And this one has measurements on it. See this photo? It has measurements on it. Top and side. So this one is 11.5 centimeters. So it's just a little, that's pretty small. It's, again, just slightly smaller, probably. Actually, that probably is just slightly smaller than a dime. And Let's see. Here's the roses. The roses are really, really tiny. And those are 7 millimeters, which is that big. That wide. Oops. That wide. So, yeah, those are probably not as wide as this strip of paper. Oh yeah, this strip of paper is well over a centimeter. This is like 13 millimeters. So let me find to that third dot is 7 millimeters. It's not very big. Anyway, so these are really tiny. The ones in the jar at the you want to see what else I got? I bought all kinds of these. Now I bought 12 millimeter resin roses, and this is a repurchase. Let me pull up this picture. I love these. I used a bunch of them on everything. I absolutely love. Can you see those roses? Love, love, love those. They have the ones I was talking about that have the pearl finish. I paid what I paid for those. I paid for 80 pieces. That was $1.88. And then let me go back to my cart for my orders. Then I bought one more flower. Let me see where it's at. I thought I bought another flower. Bought some washi tape. Some more washi tape. Because I like that first batch so much. You know what? Maybe I didn't. Maybe that was the only. Oh, I did. Here it is. I bought a pink one. And these are teeny, teeny, tiny. You get 1,000 of these for $2. And I'll show you the picture. These are so tiny. Can you see how tiny these are? I actually have some of those. I'll show you the ones I've got in my embellishment drawer over here. I love them, and you can stick those in your journals and still close the door. Or the door. What am I saying? Stick those in your journal and still close the journal. You know what? I think I put them in my bling box. Now I gotta get up and move my chair and get in this closet behind me. Let me see. Now I've got a teeny tiny space, and if I don't keep everything put up, I can't find anything at all, ever. But I'll show you the little roses. They're really sweet and they're really skinny. I thought that was it. They're not. Let me see. I know they're in here somewhere. I love these teeny, teeny, tiny roses. Well, what did I do with them? I don't see them in here. Ain't that a right? What to do with them? What to do? They've slid down in between these all these little baggies. Baggies. Do you believe that? I know they're in here somewhere. All this stuff's falling out. Heaven's sakes. Well, they're about this size. They're about the same size as these. I bought these off AliExpress, and these were, I want to say $2 for 1,000. But I like these. See these little blingies? These are teeny, teeny, tiny. flatbacks. And they come in all these colors. There's pink and orange and red. There's turquoise and blue and purple and light pink and green. And I think these are just adorable. And these you can add to almost anything because you can put them in your journal and still close it because these are so thin, but yet they're dimensional enough to catch the light. I don't know where those little roses are. That makes me mad because I'm sure I put them in here. Did I get them out? They might be in my pie pan because I think I put some on. I was putting some on the Memorydex card that I was making for Danielle's flat mail contest. Are you going to enter that? Do you do flat mail? This will be my first one. I never made flat mail or entered a flat mail contest, and I didn't really know what it was for the most part, and to enter you need to, I believe you do a Memorydex card and then some kind of flat mail. Or maybe the Memorydex card is the flat mail. I am kind of unclear on how to do it, so I just been waiting for everybody else's entries so I can watch and see how theirs goes. Because Danielle texted me one time. She was like, "You want to do a flat mail swap?" And I was like, "Yeah, how do I do it?" And then I don't think she ever answered. We got on talking about something else, and I forgot to ask her again. So I'm still not educated on the whole flat mail. Well, it's 5 o'clock now. I only got 30 minutes to go get these boxes closed up. I wanted to lay down by 5:30 before the sun comes up. So I am going to get off here. I'm going to go check the boxes that I'm mailing out tomorrow. That includes yours. Make sure everything that I wanted to include is in them. Make sure, double check the addresses. Tape them all closed so that in the morning all I have to do is take them there. So I am going to get off here. A pocket letter would be flat. I love pocket letters. You know, I only made one. I made that one for Lisa when we did our Happy Mail exchange, but I had so much fun doing it. I thought that was probably my favorite thing I made. Yeah, and you don't know whose hand that is. You know what? You don't know if I'm reading comments backwards again. I'm sorry. I don't know why I keep reading them bottom up, like most recent to older, but you don't know how big their hand is, right? So it could be a big old man hand or a tiny little, I've seen the Asian woman that does, used to do my nails, had the tiniest hands. And you put it in her hand, that flower is going to look a lot bigger than you put it in Thad's hand, and it'll look like a tiny little microscopic flower, So depending on what hand it's in, on the other hand, I got to go to bed. I'm starting to get delirious again. It's almost time for my nap. I might sleep in. Who knows? I might sleep until 8 or 9 o'clock. Who cares, right? Nobody cares because it's Friday. The post office is open till 7 p.m. I'm off work. It's not a holiday, so all the stores are back open, and it doesn't matter. I should stop saying I have to go. I should stop putting pressure on myself like that and start saying, I don't care what time it is, because I really, sincerely don't care what time it is. My goal is to be done by noon. I would like to be done by noon. And, were they open today? Again, I was asleep. I did my stuff in the morning. I knew like our local grocery store was going to close at 6, and a couple places said, closed after 6 o'clock when we're, I don't patronize most of the businesses that stay open on holidays, and I'll tell you why. I don't think they should do that. Don't do that to your employees. I'm a nurse. Sick people are always going to be sick. We can't close the hospitals at Christmas. We can't close the hospitals on New Year's. But you know what? You can close the tire shop on Christmas. You can close the candy store. You can close the beauty salon or whatever. But I do feel like if you can give your employees those days off, particularly Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff like that, I think that the company should. But then they stand to lose money. So you were up till 4 yesterday. Yeah. Well, what time is it there now? It's 5 here, so did we decide it's 3 hours difference? So is it 1? It's 2. Oh, so it's 2. So it is 3 hours difference. I just can't do math, apparently. Because 5 minus 3 is 2. So, what? There's 2 kinds. There's 3 kinds. See, I can't even tell a joke time. There's 3 kinds of people in this life, Denise. People that can count and people that can't. I am one of them that just, off the top of my head, doesn't just pull those mathematical equations out too fast. Okay, so I will let you go. You do need to get your rest, don't you? I will let you go. I think I'm going to finish up these boxes and try to get me a little siesta of my own squeezed in before morning. I can't pick up my groceries before 8. They don't open until, or they don't start the pickup until 8. And I think my time slot is, I don't remember. I want to say 11. So if I wake up early, I can go to the post office first. If I sleep later, then I can just go to the grocery store first. Either way, no matter. Got to do both. But then I'm getting in the pool and floating. So I will healing. That is true. Your immune system works better when you're asleep. It can get it can get your digestion work caught up. That's a lot of work your liver's doing in your stomach. So it can get anything you ate kind of separated and directed into where it's supposed to go and catch up on all the backlog of repairs, so to speak. So thanks for joining me and hanging out. Sorry this was so long. I've been on like over 2.5 hours now. But it was fun talking to you. It's always fun talking to you. And I'm sure I'll see you soon, but I will let you know. I'll text you or message you the tracking number when I get the packages out. So I will talk to you sometime, or you'll. Oh, I can't talk. You'll hear from me tomorrow. I don't know what that means. I'm kind of confused. You mean you're not sleeping, you're just watching the clock? All right. I'll message it. I'll send it on Instagram. All right, lady. I'm outie. I will talk at you later, and I'll shoot you a text before I forget. I'll do that now because my phone should have a little charge on it since it was sitting over here dead. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good. Start charge. All right. So, talk to you later. Thanks, anybody, for watching. Good night to you. Oh, yeah. All right. I'm signing off. Thanks for watching. Good night. Good morning. Whatever it may be. Bye.